DoorDash contract violations. There are many things that DoorDash does not want you to know about them as DoorDash drivers, right? Well, we're going to uncover the DoorDash truth and if you should actually fight back against these contract violations right now. Unfortunately, contract violations happen every day to many DoorDash drivers out there. Even the best drivers who could do everything right, you can find yourself with a contract violation, right? And it makes you question particularly, why me? And if you're like me, you get mad and curse DoorDash out. But if you ever received one before, you're probably wondering just a couple of things. What caused me to get one, and what the heck do I do now? However, wrong is just wrong, and you just want someone to hear your side of the story. You want to be human, right? But DoorDash probably thinks every driver is guilty until proven innocent. Is that right? Absolutely not. By the end of this video, you'll know the ins and outs and whether it's worth fighting back if you find yourself with a contract violation of your own. So I have a question for you. How many of you have received contract violations, and how many have you received in total? Go ahead, leave it in the comments. While you're there, like and subscribe to this channel. But for example, for me, I received 2 contract violations, and we will get into my story just a little later. First, let's expose what can land you in the hot water with DoorDash, particularly late deliveries, order mix-ups. We're diving into the nitty-gritty of how these contract violations just kind of sneak up on even the most seasoned dashers out there. Late deliveries is a very common contract violation to get. Per the independent contractor agreement, dashers agree to complete deliveries in a safe and timely fashion. But what does that really actually mean, right? This in particular doesn't give you really a whole lot of information, even though it comes directly from DoorDash. A delivery, according to DoorDash, is late when the amount of time taken to travel to the merchant and or the customer exceeds the estimated time, taking into account factors outside of your control, i.e. wait time at the merchant. It is not based on the suggested arrival time in the app. That's according to DoorDash. I'll be honest, I call bullshit. The 2 contract violations I received was because I was considered 10 minutes late to the merchant. The rule of thumb that I personally use for myself is the 10-minute window. DoorDash knows this, but for whatever reason, they particularly don't want dashers to know about it either, which is just strange. They did say on their website, one violation will not lead to deactivation, but excessive will. In this situation, once again, DoorDash doesn't give you the direct answer. They don't want you as a DoorDash driver to know the real number, so they can just keep deactivating drivers without notice. However, they can say, we told them, it was on our website. Really? Why can't we ever get a real direct answer from DoorDash? I want that to be answered. That's the real question, right? Let me know, have you ever been deactivated for several contract violations due to late deliveries, and how many did you have at the time of deactivation? Go ahead, leave it in the comments. The second type of contract violations DoorDash can give is, quote, order not delivered. The biggest thing associated with this one is all of those customers who want something for free with no regards to their driver. Probably, in my opinion, one of the most selfish things a customer can ever do. Don't get me wrong, in the particular cases where drivers do steal food and never deliver the order, they deserve to be deactivated. Screw the contract violation. But for the everyday dasher just like you and me, this one should get everyone like raging mad, because what DoorDash doesn't want you to know, they always take the side of the customer. According to the DoorDash website, quote, "We'll take the details into account in reviewing your case. DoorDash has a specialized team that works to identify reports from fraudulent customers, so those will not count against Dasher's account." Makes you feel a whole lot safer, right? What DoorDash doesn't clearly state or want the drivers to know: why don't they investigate the customer by looking at the attached photos in either the order or the messages before dishing out the contract violations? For example, there are so many drivers in this DoorDash community who actually just call DoorDash and particularly say, "There were pictures attached. Why didn't you see them?" It makes you question DoorDash even more, right? Talk about unfair treatment of drivers. That definitely is it. Ugh, it just makes me so mad, as it should you. So, question for you: have you ever had a customer report one of your deliveries not delivered? How did it actually make you feel? Let me know your story in the comments. But what do you do if you find yourself on the receiving end of a contract violation, right? Well, you have two choices. The first one is what every driver needs to do. You need to fill out the form telling DoorDash what went wrong with the delivery and hope and pray it overturns your contract violation. What DoorDash doesn't want you to know as a DoorDash driver, most of the times that form does not do a damn thing. And honestly, I would love to know the statistics from DoorDash on how many contract violations actually get appealed in the DoorDash driver's favor. Wouldn't you want to know that one? Don't worry, I'll wait, DoorDash. Oh, but I'll be waiting here a very long time for that answer, because that's a statistic I'm sure DoorDash would never share with anyone. My first contract violation I received, I decided to work on Cinco de Mayo and make some pretty darn good money. I took a Chipotle order and there were some crazy peak pays going on. On my way to the restaurant, I have a train station that goes through the middle of town, and it's trains that go in and out of New York City. Well, the gate goes down. I was the very first car, and I wait for the train, but it doesn't leave because here comes another train. I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Nothing is moving. I'm particularly getting so frustrated. And finally, the trains both leave and I get to the restaurant. No big deal, right? Oh, but it was. I was 10 minutes late and never even realized it. I was too worried about getting there that I actually forgot to check the time. After delivery, immediately, I had a contract violation. However, I filled out the form, tried to appeal it. What good that actually did me. And the contract violation stuck. 101 deliveries later, it went away. And that was my very first contract violation. In short, what happens if the contract violation sticks? Well, just like me, you have to complete 100 deliveries before it goes away. Man, it sucks. If you are a full-time driver, you can really just knock it out in about 1.5, maybe 2 weeks. But if you are a part-time driver, it could feel like an absolute eternity. So I'm saying sorry ahead of time if you get one. If you decide to take on the challenge, we've got you. Get ready to fight for your hard-earned dollars. If you get a contract violation and you know you were in there right, should you fight back? Will they actually listen to you? Well, let me tell you about my particular second contract violation. Live and learn, as they say. I was doing one of my climbs to Top Dasher, and this was about 2 years ago, maybe 3, somewhere around there. I took an order that I was not crazy about, but taking it because I had to do the climb. It was an 8-mile order, and according to DoorDash, they were giving me 3 minutes to get to Dunkin', 15 minutes away. Typically, most of the time, DoorDash just adjusts the time, but this time I completed the order and immediately got a contract violation. I was like, hell no. I get the first contract violation that I had was my fault. I didn't check the pickup times. However, this time I have nothing to do with this, right? What did I do? I fought it, and I wasn't taking no for an answer. First, I still had to fill out the good old form, just like every other driver. I called support, and they said that was the only thing I can do. I actually said that's unacceptable, and I went through 3 other support associates, and then I wanted a supervisor. I went through 2 supervisors, and an hour later, it was removed. So here is the whole point of me sharing my own story, because what DoorDash does not want you to know, for example, when you are right, and only you as a driver know if you're right or not, don't take no for an answer. If you don't get the answer you are looking for, keep going until you get a support associate that will get you your resolution. And if you need to keep going higher to do so, go do it. Fight for what is right and have that contract violation removed. Let me know in the comments, have you ever fought for what is right when it comes to DoorDash support? And have you ever gotten a contract violation removed? Let me know your story. In short, in most cases, prevention is the best medicine to prevent contract violations. Pay attention to pickup and drop-off times at DoorDash restaurants and customer houses for late violations. Learn from my mistakes. Always pay attention to the time. Consequently, I've seen many Dashers over the years who dirty multi-app get violations thinking that they can take on more orders to get more money and pay the consequences on late deliveries. I personally will never dirty app, but if you are a driver who does this, please be careful of the timing of these orders in order to make your money. Sometimes the money just isn't worth it. Bottom line, show up and deliver on time. Now, for those scammy customers, cover your own ass. Always take a picture. The biggest scams are the customers who do either leave at door and are waiting for you at the door. Still take a picture. I personally try to get a picture of the customer walking back into the house, or at least a picture with the house number, right? There are also customers who do hand it to me and then in the comments say, leave on porch. For example, always take a picture and send a text or in-app message of your drop-off. However, there is one more scam to talk about. The customers who put hand it to me and never answer the door. I've had this happen a couple of times. In every case of hand it to me customers, I personally start the 5-minute timer as soon as I pull up to the house. Less wasting your time, but when you let the time run out, bam, take a picture and it actually shows DoorDash they didn't come to the door. Bottom line, a picture is always worth 1,000 words, and it could be the actual difference between a contract violation sticking and you having to complete 100 deliveries to get rid of it, or it just going away. Which one do you think sounds better? I'm with just let it go away because you know you're right. And there you have it, Dashers. DoorDash contract violations exposed and the battle plan to really fight back. Hopefully this video will help all Dashers, especially if you find yourself getting a contract violation. I do have one more question. Which violation do you think is worse? Lateness or order not delivered? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more insider tip, and don't forget to share your DoorDash contract violation war stories in the comments. If you're looking for another video about contract violations, go ahead and check this video out next. You're not going to want to miss my own contract violation. So guys, if you are driving, please stay safe. Remember, kindness is always free. See you in the next video. Peace out.